You're listening to the Conscious Her podcast. Today, I'm talking all about psychic attacks, what they feel like and can look like, my main tips on how to prevent them, and how to protect yourself from them as well. Plus, I'll be sharing 2 exercises that you can do right now if you feel like you're experiencing one, so that you can start setting some real energetic boundaries. So, stay tuned. Hi, I'm Kimberly Morrow, and you're listening to the Conscious Her podcast. The Conscious Her is an accessible online platform and community of conscious women that are empaths, highly sensitive people, and intuitives who are both curious and passionate about spiritual and energetic self-development. As a professional psychic medium, spiritual guide and mentor, intuitive energy healer, and channel for over 5 years now, I dedicate my life to reconnecting energetically sensitive women to the divine within themselves so that they can live the most fulfilling, rewarding, and transformational life possible by remembering who they are and why they're here. If you're looking to learn how to leverage and apply your incredible energetic gifts in your personal and professional life and utilize your intuition and sensitivity as your personal superpowers, this podcast is for you. So let's dive into today's discussion right now. Hey, beautiful light being, and welcome to the Conscious Her podcast. Welcome to episode number 20, Psychic Attacks and How to Prevent Them. So you may or may not have heard of a psychic attack before and what that entails, but if you haven't, it's really good for you to listen to this episode, and actually it's good for you to listen to this episode if you have, just for the information and the knowledge to be able to keep with you in your back pocket, and just so that you're aware of what this is. A few months ago, I received an email from a concerned woman who mentioned to me that she had a recent, very powerful spiritual awakening that really opened her up to many strong intuitive abilities as an empath and as a highly sensitive person. However, she said that she had not learned how to manage her energy field, and as a result was really experiencing some regular and pesky psychic attacks, and they felt like they were coming from one person in particular, according to her. She was feeling overwhelmed, drained, exhausted, and in fear, and she was looking for my help. Many of my readers in my community are in a very similar situation. Within the past 2 months, I've received a handful of positive comments on my blog about an article I previously wrote about psychic attacks, which is really odd because I had written this article like a couple of years ago. Then I also had someone in my inner circle membership ask about this, and then shortly after that, I had another woman who brought it to my attention in her online digital reading that she ordered from me. And when instances like this are grouped together and keep coming up, I take that as a sign that I need to talk about it on the podcast. So here we are today. I've also personally experienced many psychic attacks in my lifetime, like too many to count, and some really strong ones as well in 2019 that I'll talk about briefly today. Psychic attacks and preventing psychic attacks are all a part of energy maintenance and management, something that I know the Conscious Heart community is really interested in and keen on learning about more. After all, as highly sensitive souls, learning how to protect your energy doesn't happen when you're growing up. It's not something that you learn when you're growing up. And it tends to be something that you learn in bits and pieces about once you finally understand that you're a highly sensitive soul. And for many of you, that might be just recently or within the past couple of years. And what you may have figured out by now is that when you leave your energy field open, you can pick up on some real negative, junky, energetic debris from other people, places, environments, and so forth. And this can leave you susceptible to undesirable consequences on all levels. If you don't take the time to protect yourself and your energy field, this can really take a toll on you. So today, I'm happy to fill you in on psychic attacks, how to recognize them, what they are, what they feel like, and how you can protect yourself from them, and how you can prevent yourself from receiving them. So you might be asking, what the heck is a psychic attack? So in essence, it's when you're being adversely affected and harmed by psychic or subtle energies. This energy could be in spirit or thought form, hex or curse, basically someone's ill intentions that are targeted against you. It can also happen when you're being exposed to intense or violent emotional energy that has a lower or harmful nature or vibration to it, like road rage or someone's unintentional outburst, for example, or when someone is psychically bullying you. A psychic attack is also not always intentional, so sometimes the person who is guilty of psychically attacking you isn't actually aware that their thoughts, feelings, or desires or emotions are actually affecting you. Unfortunately, as awareness of this phenomenon grows, I'm seeing more and more people perpetuating this behavior intentionally, which is really sad and just downright creepy as well. So what does a psychic attack feel like? A psychic attack can feel like fear or anxiety, nightmares or night terrors, often involving attacks, extreme fatigue or exhaustion, depression, emotional or spiritual paralysis, questioning your path, values, or sanity, feeling like someone is constantly watching you, irrational moods, feelings, fears, or worries, a heaviness on your heart or on your soul, not feeling like yourself, an eerie or creepy feeling that you're being watched or that you're not alone, experiencing frequent hardships or mishaps or accidents or setbacks, or feeling bullied from a low frequency vibration, spirit, or entity. Those are just a few things that you might experience. So back in 2019, I had two people who I know were attacking me psychically, and one was an intentional one. The other one, I'm not sure if it was intentional or not. Without getting into the details here on this, there were two different women and two different situations, and they were both kind of work-related. I was working with both of these people separately for different things. One was for my business and the other one was for their business. However, over time, both of them did not work out, of course. I'll tell you about the one that was the most intense and that was the most intentional. This person had been psychically attacking me for months after I came back after not working for about 3 to 4 weeks, I believe, because I was in the hospital with a life-threatening illness. To put it lightly, she did not like the fact that I was working for her while I had my own business and how I was beginning to promote my own business online. And to her, that was very threatening. So over the course of several months, we had many awkward exchanges and interactions, and she was continuously trying to control me and basically keep me small and hidden away until eventually it blew up thanks to a very unprofessional and aggressive conversation she initiated and pulled me into. Then after I stopped working for her, very soon after that, the psychic attack continued, and I could feel her villainizing me for months after. And she did some real questionable things during this time against me, which I'm not going to get into, but she didn't want me to be successful or happy, to say the least. Fortunately, I was aware of exactly what was going on, so I knew how to protect myself and to rise above it after the falling out happened and during those months after, and I refused to let it bother me, and I took my power back completely. So I just decided that it wasn't going to affect me, whatever energy she was sending towards me. So some examples of psychic attacks and other situations could be like a mother-in-law who doesn't like you because you take her son away from her or spending time with her, and so she thinks negatively of you, even though on the surface level she's civil or seems to be nice to you, or it could be a friend who is really jealous of you because you just got into a new happy relationship and she's desperately wanting to be in one too, so she starts treating you differently. Or it could be a coworker who is upset because they think that you're going to be promoted over them for a position that they really want, so they're upset with you. Or it could be like an ex who is still very resentful and negative towards you, even after many years after the relationship or marriage has ended. So I'm positive that you've experienced something along these lines before, probably numerous times, and oh my goodness, is it ever uncomfortable and unsettling when these types of things are happening. It's that feeling of, I think, being watched or bullied energetically and psychically that is really the feeling that you're under when you're in a psychic attack. So if you're listening to this and you can relate to it, whether right now or with an incident that has happened in the past, or you suspect that you're under psychic attack and you would like to start integrating a regular practice of protecting your energetic field as an empath or as a highly sensitive person, here's what I suggest you do on a daily and weekly basis. Okay. Number one, without a doubt, and always, is to ground your energy. You'll hear me talking constantly about grounding your energy field because it serves you in infinite ways as a highly sensitive soul, especially where protecting yourself is concerned. If you want a really thorough understanding of what grounding is, why we ground ourselves, and my top 7 ways to ground yourself as a highly sensitive soul, please go back and listen to episode 6 on the Conscious Her podcast, where I go through this in much more detail. Connecting your energetic field back to the Earth's energetic field is incredibly powerful. It allows you to release undesirable energy that you're holding back into the Earth to be recycled again into positive energy, to authentically align your mind, body, and soul in the present, and to receive nourishing, life-giving, life force energy in return. Grounding your energy with regards to psychic attacks is ultimately about prevention. When you ground yourself regularly, you make sure you are feeling centered, balanced, and at ease and alignment with yourself and your everyday life. It also helps you to be able to recognize when you're not feeling yourself, when something is totally off, and ultimately when you might be picking up on energy that is not yours, like a psychic attack. If you're constantly not grounded, you usually end up feeling and associating all negative energy that you pick up on with yourself, as in originating from you. And this is where you can really spiral and then start projecting your own negative energy out into the world and into the universe. If you're a highly sensitive soul, it's going to be even easier for you to notice when you're not grounded, since you're so sensitive to energy moving through you and moving around you. So in episode 6, 7 effective ways to ground yourself as a highly sensitive soul, I provide 7 categories for ways to ground yourself, which included number 1, connect with the elements, number 2, come back to the body, number 3, breathing into the root chakra, number 4, slow down and rest, number 5, give yourself alone time, number 6, get creative and play, and number 7, spend time with animals. So with all of these in mind, some examples of grounding yourself might look like going for a walk or run every day outside in the fresh air and especially in nature, walking barefoot on the earth, sitting outside quietly in nature, gardening, taking care of plants, maintaining a vegetable or herb garden, having an Epsom salt bath or a short standing meditation in the shower, getting a good sweat on through physical exercise, deep breathing into different areas of the body, stretching and conscious movement of the body, a self-guided grounding visualization involving nature, getting enough sleep every night by setting a bedtime routine, spending time in your own sacred space and doing your own spiritual practice there, journaling or reading alone in your room, playing sports and games with your kids, pursuing a creative project around the home, playing with your pets for 20 to 40 minutes every day, immersing yourself in nature through camping, hiking, or exploring. So these are just a few examples, and doing all of these types of things will help you to take care of yourself way more effectively as a highly sensitive soul. And I cannot stress this enough. If you're a highly sensitive soul, you need to be grounding yourself somehow every single day. You are already absorbing, filtering, processing, and transmuting energy naturally, many times without even noticing it, every single day. And you could really help yourself out by harmonizing your energy field with the Earth's healing energy and energetic field by just grounding yourself, making a conscious effort to ground yourself. You'll allow your energy field to be brought back to a healthy equilibrium when you do so. Okay, so moving forward, my second tip, number 2, is to cleanse your energy like your everyday hygiene. So every day you're practicing good physical hygiene. You're probably having a daily bath or shower, washing your hands and face, putting on deodorant, etc., etc. At least I really hope you are. All of this should be second nature to you. You just do it every day because you feel better when you do these things and it's healthy for you. And as often as you are practicing physical hygiene practices, you should be doing the same for your own energy field. You should be practicing energetic hygiene. Chances are your energetic hygiene is probably pretty terrible at this point because you just simply did not grow up with understanding it. Nobody taught that to you. You had no idea how to do it or what that entailed and didn't even know this was a thing. Neither did I until about 5 years ago. So imagine your highly sensitive soul has been walking around all of your life picking up on energy that isn't yours, and you've had this energetic junk, debris, and nasty energy just sitting there for years that hasn't been cleared yet. And if you're experiencing a psychic attack, it's only going to amplify this for you. Also, if you're experiencing a psychic attack, when you are cleansing your energy field every day, you're basically clearing away that energy that is trying to harm you and get to you. You're not giving it a chance to accumulate around you and therefore negatively affect you. So there are hundreds of ways to cleanse your energy field, but here are a few tips for you to do. The first one is to smoke cleanse yourself and your home using sacred herbs and plants. I personally recommend sage, rosemary, and sweetgrass. You can also use copal as well, which comes from a tree. It's a tree resin. And while you're smoke cleansing, speak your intentions about what the smoke is doing for you and how it's shielding, protecting, and holding you and your space or home. I also recommend playing sound healing instruments to activate sound vibrations that will clear you and your home, including sound bowls, chimes, bells, tuning forks, drums, or rattles. You can carry and place protective and transmuting crystals around your home, including black tourmaline, smoky quartz, black kyanite, amethyst, obsidian, onyx, hematite, etc. There's so many. I also recommend meditating with the crystals as well to help clear you. You can take regular Epsom salt baths as well, or do a standing shower meditation. This will double as a grounding technique as well. You can also use aromatherapy sprays with protecting 100% all natural essential oils like sage, rosemary, frankincense, etc., or lavender as well. That's good too. You can take a tablespoon of salt and put it in a small bowl of water and then place that in your bedroom, and this will help absorb negative energy. You can receive regular energy healing of any kind, like Reiki or healing touch or emotion code, etc., whatever you're drawn to right now. You can do a regular chakra clearing meditation or visualization as well for yourself as often as you can. You can also practice regular meditation or visualization exercises as well. If you want more fantastic protective visualizations, please go back and listen to episode number 16, the best visualizations to protect your energy. So my first two tips here, as you can see, are mostly about maintenance and prevention. So my third tip, following grounding your energy field and cleansing and clearing your energy field like regular physical hygiene, is to acknowledge the attack with authority. So this means to consciously, either out loud or internally, but keep it private, acknowledge that the attack is taking place. Even if you're not 100% sure whether or not it's actually happening, but you have that intuitive nudge or you feel that intuitive nudge, just trust that, okay? And just go with it anyways. Acknowledge the insecurity that it has triggered within you with compassion, and express gratitude to the attacker, who you feel could be the attacker, for bringing the insecurity to your attention, because now you can heal, resolve, and release it. Then affirm that the attacker has now served their higher purpose in this matter, that they no longer have permission to enter or affect your energetic field, and that the door is firmly closed and locked. The energy can now be dissolved into divine light. So as you can see, this is a really high vibrational way to deal with a psychic attack. It's taking the high road here and basically signaling to the universe that you understand that there is karma here and that you are now ready to be done with that karma. It's powerful to take this step and to really feel into your intention and your words as you acknowledge it with your energetic authority and your personal power. So acknowledge with authority. Call it out. The fourth step and suggestion for you is to take control and to refuse permission. So now that you've acknowledged the situation with your authority and sovereignty, and you have completely called it out, now you're going to take it up a notch. So while you're sensing this heavy, dark, negative, or dense energy trying to reach you, manipulate you, influence you, create fear in you, rattle you, or throw you off course, this is when you're going to put an end to it completely. This is where you're going to declare out loud or to yourself quietly that you are in charge of your own energy field, and that only love frequency and light consciousness may interact with you, your home, and your personal space. Only divine and enlightened beings may be close to you or may enter into your energy field, and nothing other than that. And as you declare these things, I want you to embody the energy and fierceness of a warrior spirit. A warrior spirit is courageous, strong, and relentless. She doesn't let anybody mess with her. When you become fearful of dark or negative energy that is being directed at you, including bad vibrations, entities, or spirits, you actually attract more of this energy to you, and you give your power away to this type of energy, and that's how it gains power over you. So at any time, you can choose to put an end to it and say, enough is enough, or it's not allowed to begin with. Know that you can simply decide that you will not be psychically attacked and that you're not available for that and you're not responsive to it. A firm belief in this can do wonders for you. So when you are sensing this negative energy, you immediately put your protection techniques into action. You stand tall and confront it when you are facing negative or low frequency energies or vibrations, and you literally show that you will not tolerate them. This is all about responding with authority and with boundaries once you realize where the energy is getting in and where your own energy field is leaking to that. So I'm going to take you through 2 quick exercises as to how you can actually refuse control and refuse permission to unwanted energies that are accessing you at this time. The first exercise is called to state your truth. So how you do this is you begin by letting yourself be still and taking 3 to 5 deep breaths, inhaling through your nose deeply all the way down to your belly button, and then exhaling through your mouth. So 3 to 5 times doing that. Think about what is happening to you with this negative energy, frequency, and vibration, and then place your hand over your heart and repeat any of the following mantras to release this energy, okay? You can say, "This energy is not mine. Return to the sender." "What's mine is mine. What's yours is yours." "I now release everything that no longer serves me." Or, "This is not my truth." Customize a mantra to suit your situation, where you affirm that this energy does not actually belong to you and it's not allowed to be there with you. Okay, repeat these mantras until you feel the reestablishment of your inner power, especially when you feel the negative energy in that moment. Okay, then take a minute to visualize that you are sending loving pink heart energy back to that person, place, or thing that has upset or bothered you, or that you feel is sending the psychic attack. Okay, so you're going to send loving energy, frequency, and vibration back to the attacker. Then you're going to declare to yourself or out loud that only positive, high-frequency energies and vibrations can exist in your energetic field now. And then you're going to let that positive, high-frequency energy and vibration lift your own vibration back up to its original state. And then you're going to let it go. Let it go. So that's the state your truth exercise. It's very powerful, okay, because you're calling it as it is. The other exercise that I want to share with you is called cancel, clear, delete. This is also very powerful. So you're going to start out the same way by letting yourself be still by taking those 3 to 5 really deep breaths, inhaling through your nose deeply into your belly button, and then exhaling through your mouth. Once you do that, for every intrusive or dark thought which enters your mind at this time that does not serve you, you're going to give yourself 5 seconds and then state, cancel, clear, delete. And you're going to repeat this for every recurring thought that occurs that is intrusive, that does not serve you. Okay. You're also going to declare after that you do not give permission for this energy to exist in your own energetic field. Then you're going to visualize this situation, person, place, or thing turning into the absolute best outcome that you can possibly imagine. Then you're going to take a minute to visualize again that you are sending this loving pink heart energy back to the person, place, or thing that has upset or bothered you, or that you feel is sending the psychic attack. Then you're going to declare to yourself or out loud that only positive, healing, high-frequency energies and vibrations can exist in your energetic field now, in your own energetic field now. And then again, let that positive, high frequency and vibration lift your own vibration back up to its original natural state. And again, let everything go. Just let it go. So you can see that this is all about asserting boundaries while remaining in love frequency and light consciousness. This is the energetically and karmic conscious way of dealing with psychic attacks and the most effective way to diffuse them as they're happening. So my concluding thoughts on all of this is, yes, psychic attacks happen all the time, but we don't need to be victims of them any longer. We're not about that anymore. We don't put up with that anymore. We are empowered, highly sensitive souls. And also, the other thing that I want to point out to you at this time is that what I have recognized and learned over the years is that as you become more and more authentic to who you are, and as you continue to raise your own vibration, and as you continue to spread your light, there will be people who just genuinely will be put off by that. They won't like it, and they won't like you. You will rub them the wrong way, okay? They will be committed to not liking you. And this can be really hard for a highly sensitive soul to hear because we don't want to be not liked, right? And my advice to you is let them not like you, okay? Let them see you how they want to see you. But don't let that mean something about you. Their interpretation is none of your business. It doesn't matter. So never lower yourself to meet those types of people. Wish them well on their path and in their journey in life, and recognize that you're not in alignment with them, and you probably won't ever be. Let the people who genuinely love who you are, who see you for who you are, and who respond to you and support you be the people that you spend your time and energy on. Not everyone is going to like you, but there are many people who will absolutely adore you. So find those people and be with them. It's really, really simple, okay? And I know we can make that a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Remember that you are a powerful force of cosmic energy and you are in charge. This is your life. You always, always, always have a choice about what energy, frequency, and vibration you choose to align with. And the higher, the better. A considerable effort to continuously raise and maintain your vibration will prevent any negative, low, dense, or heavy energy, frequency, and vibration from reaching you. And you do this through grounding your energy and through cleansing your energy field regularly. Once you're able to integrate all of these practices into your daily life and start putting your own care first, you will notice a huge difference and you'll be less susceptible to picking up on this energy. Your sensitivity is a beautiful gift, and I invite you to view it as a blessing, not as a burden. When you are able to take control of your energy field, then you can leverage it in amazing ways that will help you thrive as a highly sensitive soul. Remember, being sensitive doesn't make you weak. It makes you a badass. Plus, you're smarter than the average bear. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you've learned a lot of valuable information today on psychic attacks and how to protect yourself from them, as well as how to prevent them. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode and for listening to the Conscious Her podcast. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here and a part of our community. If you enjoyed today's episode, please make sure you subscribe and share it on your social media channels with your spiritual soul sisters, friends, family, and network. Chances are, if this resonated with you, it will for them too. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm here to help. You can email me at hello@theconsciousher.com, and I may even use your question or topic of discussion for a future podcast episode. If you want daily support for your highly sensitive soul, please visit me over on Instagram at theconsciousher. If you're interested in working with me, visit www.theconsciousher.com and be sure to subscribe to my mailing list. Finally, I do have a personal request. I believe that our purpose here is to heal ourselves and to serve others. And together, you and I can help more people. If you would please leave a positive review for this podcast on iTunes, I'd be so eternally grateful for your support. Thank you and have a great day.